Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into, well, one of the really big questions, aren't we?
Absolutely. What actually fuels human advancement?
Yeah, exactly. Why do some societies, some groups just seem to surge ahead?
While others lag or even, decline. It's a
Yeah,
massive question.
it really is. And the source material you've shared, it tackles this directly.
hmm And it pushes back on the simple idea that it's just about, like, taller buildings or more stuff.
Right. The sources argue it's much broader, deeper even.
It's about understanding how we relate to each other, innovation, sure, but also getting past obstacles.
Internal ones, external ones, all of it.
Yeah.
So our mission here in this deep dive is to kind of pull out what these sources see as the key factors, the real engines of progress.
And the first thing they really hone in on, like right at the core,
Yeah.
is pretty simple.
Which is,
Curiosity, that basic human need to ask why or, what if.
and it's not just abstract curiosity, is it? The sources give examples.
Exactly. Like early astronomers, not just looking, but charting the stars out of sheer wonder.
Which led to practical things like navigation, calendars.
Or someone like Marie Curie, right?
Yeah.
Just driven by this need to understand radioactivity. It wasn't about fame or money initially, it was the knowing.
That fundamental drive to figure things out.
Yeah, to pull back the curtain.
Yeah.
And the sources argue that innovation just, well, naturally flows from that.
It makes sense. The curiosity leads to tinkering, experimenting, building something new.
And what's really interesting is how the sources trace this line through history.
Like curiosity about mechanics gives us the wheel.
Or understanding invisible forces leads to harnessing electricity.
And they argue that same impulse is driving things today, like gene editing.
Or quantum computing,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all connected back to someone asking why, or how could this work better? It's a direct line.
But crucially, the sources say it's not just the initial spark or the cool new tech. There's another big piece.
Resilience, absolutely vital, according to this material.
They're not just like surviving.
No, it's more profound. It's the ability to adapt, rebuild,
Hmm.
often coming back stronger after, well, disasters.
The sources might give examples, maybe like rebuilding after plagues or natural disasters.
Precisely. Think about societies bouncing back from the Black Death, maybe. It forced new ways of thinking about labor, society, or cities leveled by earthquakes that just rebuild.
That's ingenuity born from necessity.
Exactly. The sources frame it as this powerful collective strength, a refusal to just be beaten down.
It's a powerful idea. And there's another element the sources really emphasize, maybe one we overlook sometimes.
Collaboration, definitely. Progress, especially complex progress, rarely happens with just one person.
It's not the lone genius model, usually.
Not for the big stuff. The sources might point to, say, ancient aqueducts or cathedrals.
Huge projects requiring massive coordination.
Yeah, shared knowledge, trust, across generations sometimes. Or think about modern science.
Right, big international teams sharing data.
The ability to trust and work together, that's presented as just as fundamental as individual brilliance. It lets us do things way bigger than any one person could.
So putting it all together, the picture these sources paint, human progress isn't just the tech or the economy.
No, it really boils down to these deeply human forces. Curiosity starts it.
Innovation applies it.
Resilience gets us through the tough times.
And collaboration scales it up, lets us build complex things together.
That seems to be the core argument.
So what stands out to you when you consider these drivers laid out in the sources? Because understanding them, curiosity, innovation, resilience, collaboration, feels key to understanding why things move forward and what that progress actually means for you, for us.
Well, it reframes progress, doesn't it? It's not just GDP growth charts or the latest gadget.
It's about nurturing these intrinsic human capabilities.
Which leads to a pretty potent final thought suggested by the material itself. Well, if progress really hinges on things like curiosity, resilience, and collaboration, what does that tell us about tackling today's huge global challenges?
Like climate change or pandemics or deep social divides.
Yeah. Is focusing only on tech fixes or economic solutions enough?
Or does it suggest we fundamentally need to invest just as much, maybe more, in fostering these core human capacities themselves? That seems to be the question the sources leave us with.